Our mismatch or our gap around university graduates and university attendance is that those people are not necessarily in jobs that match their qualification.
Believe it or not, at one point in time, we really didn't know who had what skills and where they were in this country. And if you don't have information like that, of course, it's very hard to sort of plan where you're going. The one good thing I think that we have facing us is we have an opportunity to get it right in preparation for the next few years. And we've got to get it right so we can do the job that we need to do to train people and educate people and get them ready for the workforce.
It's about what many of us have talked about here, and that is making sure that we have a gap analysis that ensures that we're filling the right roles with the right people by offering the right skill sets.
There is a total lack of information portal, so there is no one central source that we can go to collect data, and it's fact-based data, use the fact-based data that's out there and match it with the services and the needs afterwards.
First of all, I understand that there's legislation in some other countries that brings people together around these kinds of issues. We don't have that here. So we have to innovate ourselves and create our own structures of collaboration between the city and the province. And that's really what the Agenda for Prosperity was all about. It was about bringing together the relevant sectors to craft a strategy for success.
The Sector Council is a group of key stakeholders in a key area of economic activity that works together with educators, with organized labor, with employers, with career seekers, with community-based organizations to deliver accurate, relevant labor market information for key components of the Canadian economy.
What will make our students workplace ready? And I think again that's so critical to have that dialogue so that we can continue to adapt. It's not a static world, it's not a static process or set of processes that we're involved in. Our goal in the college sector certainly, and I know we talked about this very specifically at our college, is to build a seamless bridge between students and employers as we develop workplace-ready graduates.
Our philosophy always was, if you want training, it's the shortest route back into the workforce. And there's nothing wrong with that philosophy. But the fact is that in this climate, often that means you get laid off from a job, you undertake some short-term training, and then you head right back into what for all intents and purposes, is a survival job.
The key themes for today, which is the jobs, the employers, and connecting the dots, and developing people for jobs that are potentially there, but not able to be sourced with the talent we have in this area, and also to develop the skills and competencies that people need to fill positions, whether they are today or for industries that are developing.
I think we have to look at this in terms of awareness, access, and in terms of accuracy, the right skills, making sure we have the right talent agenda for the future, and making sure there's some form of accountability. What is the return on the investment? Are we able to demonstrate that we are delivering and getting something in return? Because industry will want to see that.
We do need, a champion of some sort to bring the appropriate players together around the idea of social purpose hiring and how employers can start moving in that direction better. And out of that, we realized from the community service sector, we need more employers at the table, to create those relationships and to create that implementation that happens.
We have our challenges. As I say, government can't do anything alone. At the same time, the partners here in the room can't individually do as much. We all have to work together. We realize there are financial constraints on every level of government, but at the same time, I always like to reiterate our Premier and our government's commitment to education and training, which is going to continue, and no matter what the hard choices, we're going to be there to work with everyone in the room to make sure that we can move forward on this very, very important agenda.
We'll need to keep our eye on making Toronto and Ontario's workforce the envy of other jurisdictions so that we will continue to attract jobs to our communities.
One Toronto, which stands for the idea that we're creating employment and prosperity, not just for Bay Street, but for Main Street. We're doing this so that everybody has a real chance.
I feel so proud to be able to say that Canada is the envy of the world in terms of our stability and soundness of our financial sector. And a solid and stable financial sector is the bedrock of economic development. We don't have to look too far to see what happens when a financial sector becomes unstable and how the ripple effect that it has across different sectors of the economy. The work that we see needs to be done on the financial sector side is one that is not only about building the financial sector, but continuing to make the sector the core for economic development in Toronto, the core for growth in the economy, and that means jobs. It means alignment of people to gaps.